So this is what we've been waiting for. I know I said that I was going to start doing things like this in the Sunday show and tell in a standard format, but I really wanted to get this video out just to talk about this before it gets lost in the flood of stuff that's going to be coming out with Toy Fair later in the week. That we have our first look at the Playmates Toys Mighty Morphin Power Rangers line. This is supposedly the Reignition line, or maybe Reignition was just the name of the campaign to get the Power Rangers going again. I thought that was the name of the line. I know there's a lot of other people that thought that was the name of the line too. But this story I found on TNI News. I honestly don't know if they were the ones that broke the story, but I found this on TNI News this morning. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Auto Morphin figures. These are the figures that we had the silhouettes for. From Playmates Toys. Add Mighty Morphin nostalgia to your collection with the iconic Power Rangers. With the press of a lever, collectors can watch all 6 Rangers morph into their teenage selves morph from their teenage selves to their heroic forms. MSRP $9.99 each. These are the Automorpher figures that I believe there have been 2 different versions of this release so far, and I don't think they were exactly like doorbusters to begin with when they first came out. Yeah, there's a gimmick. Yeah, some people will like them. For $10, yeah, maybe I might pick up one if I was a Power Rangers collector just for the goofiness of it. But for the people that were looking for a continuation or maybe even an add-on to the Lightning collection, I don't understand why. Well, I kind of do understand, but like I don't understand why this is what they went with first. So I feel like Playmates may have been learning all of the wrong lessons from like the release of the Ninja Turtles line, where they basically remade everything in those 90s molds, or what has been happening with Masters of the Universe Origins, where they're basically doing an updated version of those 5.5 figures from the 80s and going for something like this, thinking it's going to tickle that nostalgia bone. But like I said, I don't think these were that popular to begin with. And to be completely honest, at $9.99, you can still get the Hasbro figures. There are still some available at Big Bad Toy Store. I didn't check Entertainment Earth. But there are still some available at Big Bad Toy Store for about the same price from Hasbro's last run of these types of figures. And even if you don't get it off of Big Bad, there's plenty of places on the secondary market where you can get these at this price range. I feel like they're making the same mistakes that they made with their their Star Trek line that lasted like 2 waves and then they canceled it. Now, supposedly, there is a collector's line coming out later. Maybe that will be what is announced at Toy Fair. But to roll these out first was a huge mistake, was a huge fumble, was a huge fail on Playmates' part. When we saw the silhouettes, like I think I even mentioned that they looked a little wonky, especially in the leg and crotch area. They looked a little too lanky in the legs, and now we know why. Look at the Green Ranger. Look at the mess that like his shoulder pads are. I don't know anybody that would be excited about this. For them not leading with what is supposed to be the collector's line, and if they thought they were marketing these towards kids, if they thought this was going to be something that would bring kids into the line, which I could understand wanting to do that so that the line can continue to thrive, reach a new generation of collectors. But here's the thing. As far as I know, like, I'm not saying there are no kids that are involved in Power Rangers or there are no kids that think Power Rangers is cool, but that has to be a very small demographic because there's no show anymore. And this is Mighty Morphin. Any child that would be into gimmick figures like this And there is a place for this in the children's market, don't get me wrong. But any child that would be into gimmick figures like this don't know who the Morphin Rangers are. I'm not sure who the last ones were. I think it was Dino something, maybe. I can't remember. It was on Netflix before they canceled it. Like that would be the one that you would think that they would try and bring a younger audience in with. Not not the first run that came out like when I was in high school. I'm disappointed in this. I don't even collect Mighty Morphin, to be completely honest. I don't collect Power Rangers, but I'm disappointed in this for Lightning collectors who need to finish certain teams, who want to continue the line. And I have to ask, if there are any Lightning collectors watching this, do you even have hope anymore that you'll fill out those empty spaces in the team, or have you given up at this point? Like, even if they bring out a collector's line of figures for the Power Rangers, Playmates that is, are you going to be into it? Are you going to invest in it? Or is it a wait and see kind of thing? Or are you just done with it entirely? I do feel bad for Mighty Morphin, or for Power Rangers fans in general, because this is kind of insulting, to be completely honest. If they wanted to bring this out in conjunction with the collector's line, like I said, it's a bad move putting these out first and then waiting towards Toy Fair, if that's what the plan is. If there even is a collector's line coming out, like, that's just a rumor that I've heard. I've not seen anything to substantiate that. Even I was a little excited about this, because while I was never a huge Power Rangers fan, I did watch Mighty Morphin because it was on in the morning while I was eating breakfast before I left to catch the bus. I think I watched up until Turbo. I think like Turbo was where I sort of fell off. But if this would have been a solid line of like Mighty Morphin figures at like the 6-inch scale that was supposed to match up with the Lightning collection, I might have picked this up, since it was the whole team, since it was all six of the Rangers right off the bat. I might have picked them up, but look at the torso proportions, and even especially the heads. Like, the whole deal is supposed to be the heads flip so that you have the helmeted head and then you have the unmasked head. Why wouldn't you make a 6-inch figure that the helmets just come off? But that's neither here nor there. But look how small the heads are. And the human heads are going to be tiny, and they're just going to look ridiculous on top of those bodies. And then the other question I have is that, like, this is the only image that we've seen so far. Who knows what the human heads, what the human face sculpts look like, how detailed or not detailed those are going to be. I believe these are going to be Walmart Collector Con exclusives, Walmart Collector Con releases. That's another rumor that I heard. I think actually JC was the one from TNI, I think, was the one that said that. But once again, I don't have any actual sustainable like info on that. I'll probably talk about these again on Sunday after the first day of Toy Fair to see if we have any more information on it. But I'm genuinely curious. Like, I always want people to comment down below, but if you're a Mighty Morphin fan, if you're a Power Rangers fan, if you're a Lightning collector, obviously you're disappointed by this. But really, tell me, do you have any hope that they're going to continue the Lightning collection? Do you think this kind of shows their hand at what Playmates, what their plan is moving forward? Like, does this put you off to the idea that anything they do is going to be worth it? Because I'm going to be naive and be cautiously optimistic that the collector line will take it up 2-3 notches from this. Because, wow, those look bad. I don't want to yuck anyone's yum, but man, those look bad. Those look like they were made in the 90s. You know what those look like? Quite honestly, like when I was looking at the ones that are still available for Hasbro, it almost looks like they're just a remold of the Hasbro figures. Like these aren't something that Playmates came up with. It like they got their hands when they bought the IP off of Hasbro, they got their hands on the original molds maybe and just remolded those figures as something fast to get out the door. Let me know what you think. I'm really curious to know what people think about these. And as more information comes out about this, I'll probably talk about them again on Sunday. As for right now, I will leave a link to the TNI article in the description below if you want to check that out. And just so it's not all bad news, let's go out on something a little bit cool. That my Frazetta Girls Vampirella figure came in today, and I'm really excited about that. I love what Frazetta Girls has been doing with their Icon collectibles. You got a nice look at Vampy in there. I have a couple of other figures that I need to do videos on. I have this one and I have the Northman that I still need to like get an unboxing and do a video on just to check them out. But I really like what the Frazetta Girls have been doing. There's some really cool like photos, man. These are like the figure. Well, that's artwork, but that's like the figure in motion. And here's everything you get. I can't wait to take a look at that diorama piece there. But also they packed in a Vampirella decal, which I thought was pretty cool. And they also sent this over that there's a code on there because pretty much everything that I've gotten from the Frazetta Girls, I've ordered directly from the webpage. So like they don't have a loyalty point program, but like they send you a card with like an extra 15% off. So I thought that was pretty cool too. Also tomorrow there will be a video that we're going to be doing something very different, very unique, something else that I'm really excited about. That if you're a fan of Batman, especially if you're a fan of Batman Returns, you're going to want to check that one out tomorrow. Happy New Year, everyone. The holidays are over and it's great to have you all back. To celebrate the new year, go ahead and leave a like on the video. And while you're at it, you might as well subscribe if you haven't already. If you're a returning subscriber, I would like to thank you for coming back and joining me for 2025. If you would like to help this community of collectors grow, you can do so by joining the Steel Core. You can do that by becoming a channel member or a coffee page subscriber. Either one gets you access to members-only videos, the Discord, and eventually members-only live streams, all for $1 a month. You can join by clicking on the button below this video or by clicking the link to my coffee page in the description below. It's a new year and new things are coming to the channel. So play well, everyone. Stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, thank you for watching.